Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are showing you how I pack for Europe. I did just come back from Europe last week. Should I have filmed this before I left? Yes. However, I didn't get around to it and I wasn't going to do this video. And then I got this text from my friend yesterday and I was like, maybe I should just make a YouTube video out of this. I was like really spamming and I was like, I have a lot of information to share. So I'm going to kind of show you and repack what I do for Europe. I've been to Europe 9 times now and I think I have it down pretty well. This is mainly for 2.5 weeks and it's always in the summer, springtime. I am not a winter packer, so like if you're going somewhere in the winter, like disregard this. Also, I'm an overpacker and a content creator, so I am packing a lot of things that I want to shoot content in, cameras, stuff like that. So first, to go over the bag situation. This behind me is my checked bag. This is the Travel Pro medium check-in bag and I like this one because it is a soft shell. I've just always been a soft shell girl. I like that there's a zipper in the front. There's 4 wheels on it. It's very lightweight as well. If you prefer a hard shell case, I was looking at this Away one that looks really, really nice. It is really expensive. And I also prefer a trunk style check-in because I like that I can open it and I can push it against the wall and all my stuff's in front of me. This is my Baboon to the Moon mini go bag. This is what I use as a personal item and I also use it as a carry-on sometimes. On my flight over to Europe, I have my checked bag, I have my Baboon as my carry-on on my bag, and then I have my purse. However, on my flight home, and I buy a lot of stuff, I'm a shopper, I have a collapsible duffel bag that I keep in my bag that I open up, so when I go home, this becomes my personal item, and then my duffel bag becomes my checked bag. And on a bunch of flights, even like tiny flights throughout Europe, and this has not been checked at the gate once, and this always kind of fits under the seat. I've had this now for 7 years, and it still looks really, really good. I bring this on every single trip I ever go on. I'm going to pack my personal item first because I just like always pack like that, where like I fill this up first because it's the easiest. Super big and spacious. Okay, so here we have the Baboon. I always typically start with a packing cube of clothes that I will be really sad if they ever go missing. So very important, my electronics, because yes, I'm a content creator. So in here, I have all of my cameras, all of my chargers, cords in here, and this like actually fits a lot of my fits like everything I need. I will have like my DJI and my digital camera in my purse. And then I will have another pouch. This is my emergency pouch. So Advil, electrolytes. I'm gonna have a little toothbrush in here, which is so important, guys. It's the middle of a long flight. It is so nice to just like brush your teeth. And then I also have cough drops, nail serum, that's nice. Touch over here, I have my AirTag in here. Guys, make sure you put an AirTag in your carry-on just in case they check it at a gate. You're gonna feel so much better having an AirTag in this than if you didn't. Kindle in here. You can also fit your iPad in here. In this pouch, keep my jewelry in here. I just don't wear a lot of jewelry. I just wear hoops and some bracelets and some rings. I'll kind of tuck that over here actually. I'll also put snacks in here. Lots of snacks. I also bring extra pair of eyeglasses. These I really like. I have 2 in here. Typically bring like 4. My sunglasses and then another pair of eyeglasses. I'll put them on the other side. We have so much more room to put a bunch of stuff in here. Whichever bag is my favorite at the time, I will put in here as well. And sometimes I'll even put like an extra pair of shoes back here too. There's just like so much space. You could really pack this if you wanted to. Great. Now let's go over what I keep in my purse. This is my purse. This is what I used under my seat as my personal item. To be honest, I probably wouldn't use this bag again because I actually don't like how floppy it is. It's too floppy. I don't know what I was thinking. It is really cute though. Let's start with the really important stuff. In this zippered section right here, my wallet. Also, it's really easily accessible. And I'll keep my passport. Very important. Also gonna put my coin pouch, guys. If you're going to Europe, get a coin pouch because you're going to be using a lot of coins and these add up really quickly, right? All nice and safe. Clorox wipes. Guys, it's dirty in there. Hand sanitizer that I completely used up. Some tissues. Guys, for some reason, I get kind of like sniffly on the plane. Even if you think you don't need tissues, maybe just bring tissues. Also, in this back section, I do have some masks because you never know. And it's just like, you don't want to get to your trip and like have picked up a little cold on the plane, you know? I have my DJI that I obviously vlog with in here. I typically don't have this big of a pack of gum, but here we are. Hair clip, a little journal, and my pen in here as well. Guys, this is my favorite portable charger. Also, if you guys want any of my travel things, I do have an Amazon storefront with my travel necessities. I love this portable charger. Has multiple cords. So yeah. Okay, that's a lot better. I'm gonna have this hand cream in here, and I'm gonna have 2 separate lip balms, of course. The really important thing you're gonna need is a travel adapter because the plugs are different in Europe, obviously. I make my boyfriend carry this. I don't want to carry it, so this one's really nice. Has a bunch of plugs, and these two, you need to have this, mandatory. Packing your check bag for 2.5 weeks, and you're like, what clothes do I bring? I don't know. I want to be comfortable. I want to also have some sexy outfits. And I want to take a lot of freaking pictures. So it's kind of like I really want to shoot these outfits. I'm going to start with dresses. Not going to really pack everything, but I will show you. I'm a packing cube girly. I use 2 big packing cubes for my main luggage, right? Typically start with dresses because they are the easiest ones for me to pack. I don't have to really think, right? Dresses that I'm like, I really want to take pictures in that. Very easy to pack. Throw that in there. I'll typically pack for 2.5 weeks. 6 dresses. Let's do like a checklist right here. I'll write down my checklist, right? Next we have bottoms. I feel like for bottoms, you need one trusty pair of denim jeans that like always look good on you. For me, it is these Uniqlo denim jeans that I love. They're hemmed to my length. They fit me great. Where I'm going, I'll probably only bring 1 pair of jeans. Typically 2 skirts. I'll bring a really nice flowy skirt. I love this one from Uniqlo as well. Like a white flowy skirt, but I also feel like you need a going out skirt that's gonna go with everything. And I feel like a black midi skirt, right? A black midi skirt with some kitten heels and you're set, right? I wore these so much on my last trip. These are from Gap. They are linen brown in the petite size and they fit me so well, guys. I'm 5'1". These do fit me and they are extremely comfortable. I'm so glad I bought these. I feel like you should also bring a pair of pants that you're not used to wearing at home. Like a few other trips I've brought like cherry pants. I've brought like these zebra pants. You bring a little capri. I feel like that's super summery in Europe. So bring 8 bottoms. Lastly, we have shirts, which is a big portion of my space over here. For my shirts, I love being comfy, but I also looking a little bit chic, right? And it's also mandatory to look sexy sometimes. You have to make sure you have at least 2 tank tops that are gonna be sexy. Very important. So you'll have 2 of those. You also need to have a few tops where you're like, oh, this is like kind of like a fancier occasion. Like 2 tops that are like pretty floral and gorgeous, okay? I really love a comfy, well-fitted shirt. These I got from Zara. They're very comfy. I wore this a lot on my trip. Los Angeles Apparel. When you're running around in Europe and you're not gonna wanna like think a lot about your outfits, or unless I don't, these I could just like throw on with any bottom and they look good. And I think also understanding color palette of your trip, yellow and green look really good on me. So I have that here. This top was so cute. This is from Giel. Just a really cute elevated basic. One small cardigan will come in handy. Summertime, I do not pack more than maybe 1 sweater. Some type of lightweight sweater if you do want that. Maybe a poncho. This is cute. A tank top as well because it'll be nice to walk around Europe and work on your tan. So a nice tank top that you can just throw on. I typically will do around 15 tops. That's just my truth, maybe more. Typically it's gonna be around 15 tops, and I will go shopping there. For jackets, I don't really bring a lot of jackets. This is my jacket of choice. A nice denim jacket. You could bring whatever jacket you want. Bring something you know you'll look good in. Okay, next we have shoes. I'm bringing like 6 pairs of shoes. Whatever shoe is biggest, I'm wearing it on the plane. I've recently come to the acceptance that like I'm not a sneaker girl. So actually this time I brought no sneaker. If I were to bring a sneaker, it'd be the Reeboks. These are very comfy. I'm actually a little bit sad that I didn't bring running shoes on this trip because Justin did a few runs in the morning and I was like actually kind of jealous. These are my stompers. These are the Steve, dude, they're getting like really worn in and I like it. These are from Steve Madden. These are the Reuben boots. These are amazing. I did like 20,000 plus steps in these. They're comfy, they fit me really well. I think they're true to size and they go with everything. These are the Tony Bianco little flats. I like that you can like bend them, make them really tiny. Also sometimes when I'm wearing like my heels, I'll have my boyfriend carry these in his tote bag. Also, if you love yourself, maybe get some blister band-aids because you need them. Like these are really cute, but 7,000 steps deep, like I'm gonna get a blister. Having the blister band-aids did save me. They are so helpful. I think I need to like wear these in a bit more, but they are getting a bit more comfy. These I can walk in for so long. I feel like a good pair of sandals will go a long way. Heels is where I get a little, it's difficult, okay? We'll bring 2 or 3 pairs of kitten heels. You're gonna want something comfy. Try to do a comfy heel, okay? Bring a pair of heels that you're like, I really wanna wear these out. I just haven't found, like you haven't been able to and you really wanna wear these out, okay? Pick something that you probably wouldn't wear at home, right? These are so uncomfortable, but they look really cute. So yes, I still did bring them, okay? Very, very cute. Steve Madden sent me these and I opened them when I got back from my trip, but oh my God, if I got them before, I would have definitely brought these. The past trip, I brought 4 bags. You should bring a little date night bag. It looks really cute with like all the summery dresses. This bag that I knew I wanted to take pictures in and shoot for, so I brought this one. Also, this holds a lot of stuff. I really did like having this bag. But the only thing is it's not as flat. Like the best bags lay really flat for travel. I brought this bag last year on my Europe trip. So nice and handy and takes up minimal space. My favorite bag on the trip, of course I brought my Oddly bag. And then I think you should bring a tote bag because they do lay flat and they just add a different like. Okay, our last 2 things are toiletries and makeup. This is my makeup bag. This is from Calpac. If you want to see how I pack my makeup bag, I did have a travel prep with me video where I showed you everything I have in my makeup bag. I actually did fit my brushes in here as well. Holds a lot of makeup. So yeah, this is what I keep my toiletries in. Empty, right? Maybe a glasses girl, but I do love to wear contacts. In this pouch, I keep my contacts in here. I also have this little tin. This is going to hold my hair clips, my hair ties, safety pins in here. For the majority of my products, I usually get like reusable containers. They have tons at Daiso. Hair cream, shampoo, conditioner. My goal on my trip is to use all the products I bring before I leave. It's just like a fun game for me. So I try to bring the right amount of face wash, micellar water, the right amount of shampoo, conditioner, so I can use it all up at the end of the trip. And then I have extra room for the things that I buy because I do buy a lot of products when I'm over there. Anything I bring full size, which is always gonna be like probably sunscreen, I'll just put in here. But if it's like small, I'll typically put it in a separate pouch. I'll put a lot of like tiny products in here. I'll always bring my sunscreen spray. This is small anyway, so I just bring the Kerastase night serum, hair oil in here, road patches. I just like to bring multiple sunscreens because I'm always like putting sunscreen on my boyfriend. I bring some whitening strips. Here I have, oh, we have no more. I keep my floss. Keep my like lashes in here. Deodorant. Okay, typically what I will actually do is I'll take this much. I'll put it in a little Ziploc bag and I'll put it in here. my cakes. This is like one of the most important things in my bag. I wear very tiny bras with no padding and I don't want to nip every day, so I will put this in my little bra and I love it. So I'll put that in here too. So an example of what I do for the majority of my toiletries, I'll have a tiny product that I used up and I was going to throw it away. I'll make sure I clean it, put some other product in here so that when I'm done using the product by the end of my trip, I could just throw this away and it opens up more space in my toiletry bag. So I have a little tiny toothpaste in the cinnamon flavor. I don't even really like cinnamon flavor. Okay, and then I'll take my toiletries and it fits great. I only bring one hair tool. I bring my heated round brush. I get this one from Sutra. Very, very nice. It's also dual voltage. Make sure that your hair tool works in Europe, please, because I know that the Dyson does not work. I don't think the Shark works. Make sure your hair tool works over in Europe or else you might like blow a fuse or something. Okay, basically that's everything I typically pack for my trip. Just to go over a few important necessities. Make sure you have your adapter. Euros, take however many you want. Bringing a speaker. I'm a person that loves to get ready with music, loud music, so I need to have a speaker. It's really important. Electrolytes. Honestly, I think that's everything. That's basically how I pack. This has been my like packing recipe for so many years now. I didn't go over like bras and undies, but I'm sure you can figure that one out. Maybe bring more underwear than what you're expecting. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. I hope this video was super helpful and I hope you guys liked it. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to go follow my other socials, here they are. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.